What's up guys? Today's video is on the top 5 best bread machines in 2022. There's a lot of choice for bread machines. If you love the smell and taste of fresh homemade bread, the bread machine will rival any bakery. What's more, the bread machine will provide the right texture and crisp, and will do all the manpower for you. Simply pour the ingredients, set the program at a touch of a button, and let it do all the kneading and mixing work. Your fresh loaf will be ready in less time, especially after you've used the best bread recipes. But with so many different types of bread machine, it can often be tricky to know which one is suitable for your needs. Firstly, what capacity and size are you after? You can find the ideal size to bake for a few or the whole family. Also, what are your favorites? Ranging from sourdough to sweet breads, or alternative options, there is one to suit every taste. And if you're a keen baker, there are bread machines with fancy features to make life easier, and to suit every home and budget. Mom's Fantasy is the best choice for moms and babies. Number 1. Zojirushi BB PDC20. For a picture-perfect loaf every time, you can't beat the Zojirushi Home Bakery Virtuoso Plus. Whether you opt for classic white or hearty whole wheat, it will come out with a rounded top, a crispy but not tough crust, and a tender crumb. The Virtuoso Plus is the best bread machine for sophisticated bakers, as it has a setting for making a sourdough starter and another that allows you to program in your own recipes. Plus, you have a selection of 3 crust colors. When it's the optimal time to add cranberries or walnuts, the machine beeps to remind you. The bright LCD display is easy to program, and unlike those on other bread machines, it tells you what time your bread will be done, rather than how much time is left. That means you don't have to do math in your head, but rather see exactly when your pumpernickel will be ready to be slathered with butter. Specification and features. Voltage, 120 volts. Color, stainless steel, black. Item weight, 24 pounds. Material, stainless steel. Size, 10.5 by 18 by 12.8 inches. Capacity, 2 pounds. Reasons to buy. Excellent performance when baking bread. Gluten-free setting available. Sourdough starter setting available. Intuitive timer which shows the finish time rather than counts down. Reasons to avoid. Expensive at nearly $400. Only makes a 2-pound loaf, no small or large options available. Number 2. Hamilton Beach Bread Machine. Although it's budget friendly, the Hamilton Beach Artisan dough and bread maker doesn't skimp on settings, making it the best bread machine for budget-conscious shoppers. In addition to the typical settings including jam, cake, and gluten-free, it has some unusual ones. There's a cycle specifically for French bread and one for artisan dough, that gives dough made with a sourdough starter an extra slow cool rise before you shape it yourself into a boule. And like virtually all models, you can set it to bake overnight. If you opt to sleep in, it will keep your bread warm. The Hamilton Beach has some time-saving features. When you haven't planned ahead of time, it can whip up a loaf start to finish in under 2 hours on the express setting. And cleanup is truly a breeze, as you can chuck both the pan and the paddle in the dishwasher. Overall, it's easy to see why Artisan Dough and Bread Maker is one of the bread machines. Specification and features. Voltage, 120 volts. Color, black and stainless. Item weight, 10 pounds. Material, stainless steel. Capacity, 2 pounds. Reasons to buy. Inexpensive at less than $100. Gluten-free setting available. Dishwasher safe pan and paddle. Reasons to avoid. Utilitarian design. Number 3. Zojirushi BB Hawk 10. Great for singles, couples, or families who don't want large loaves of bread. This slim bread maker fits in smaller spaces, and makes a 1-pound loaf, yet it still has features you look for in a quality machine. It has a viewing window, so you can check the loaf, an easy-to-read LCD control panel, and a programmable timer that can delay baking for up to 13 hours. Menu settings include basic bread, regular or firm, soft bread, French bread, bread dough, cookie/pasta dough, cake, jam, and quick baking. The crust can be set for regular or light, and the quick baking setting produces a loaf of bread in less than 2 hours. Our tester loved how easy this machine was to use, and the fact that it produces delicious results. Specification and features. Voltage, 120 volts. Color, white. Item weight, 1 pound. Material, stainless steel. Wattage, 450 watts. Reasons to buy. Makes delicious bread. Easy to use, no mixing required. Compact design, takes up little space. Reasons to avoid. Doesn't have a gluten-free setting. Kneading blade gets stuck in the bread. Number 4. Schmidt bread machine. If you've ever made it, you know that gluten-free bread can be very tricky. This protein not only helps proofing dough create air bubbles with the gas given off by yeast, but it also hardens upon baking so the bread can take its final shape. Gluten isn't essential to baking good bread, but it definitely helps. Various bread machines have programs specifically for making gluten-free loaves, including the 14-in-1 machine from Schmidt. This stainless steel model comes with 14 programs for easy bread making, a fruit and nut dispenser for mix-ins, and a viewing window so you can watch the process. It gives you the choice of 3 levels of crust browning, and 3 loaf sizes. In our lab, we tested these settings and found that this machine was one of the best. Its gluten-free loaf was evenly browned, without an overly thick crust and thoroughly baked on the inside. Specification and features. Color, gray. Capacity, 2 pounds. Brand, Schmidt. Product care instructions, hand Washington. Reasons to buy. Great bread texture. Quiet machine. Keep warm function. Reasons to avoid. Has a learning curve. Number 5. Breadman 2 pounds professional. This Breadman bread maker has 14 baking functions: French bread, sweet bread, low carb, gluten-free, dough, artisan dough, jam, and bake only. You can set the crust for light, medium, or dark, and it makes loaves in 1, 1.5, and 2 pound sizes. There is a 15-hour delayed start option, a 1-hour keep warm option, and a window that lets you check the process without lifting the lid. If those options aren't enough, you can also adjust the settings to your liking. Our home tester found the machine to look unassuming, but it's definitely worth the counter space. Baking up a picturesque loaf of white bread took 3 hours on the regular setting or 1:45 on the rapid one. Both loaves came out with an airy interior, with the longer time allowing for more of a rise and a more even bake. Afterward, the non-stick loaf pan was easy to remove from the machine and easy to release the bread. Our lab testers had the same findings, noting that this was one of the easier machines to clean. Specification and features. Voltage, 110 volts. Color, silver. Item weight, 17.2 pounds. Material, stainless steel. Capacity, 2 pounds. Reasons to buy. Bakes bread evenly. Adjustable loaf size. Kneading paddle doesn't get baked into loaf. Gluten-free and low-carb settings. Reasons to avoid. Takes up a lot of counter space. Gluten-free loaves can come out flat. Hard to see into viewing window. You wanted the best. You got it. Thanks for watching. And that's all for now. I hope to see you guys in the next video. Till next time. See you guys later.